What is the situation of our economy?
It's very dire. It's a crisis. When you are at a point where you have to go and negotiate with IMF just for a salary increase, that's long overdue. Let's be clear about one thing. Even if this 100% salary increase was approved and is financed, it would still not be enough to to cover for the erosion of the purchasing power that the average civil servant has been experiencing. What you have to do, you have to remember our inflation rate. It's very high. So it's been significant in double digits for almost, since this government came to power. If you add all of that, that is going to be way, even if you were to give a 200% salary increase, the loss of purchasing power that your average worker has lost over time, you're not going to make up for it. So now, even this 70 to 30% range that we are talking about is not going to materialize. So the economy is in crisis. So in the current budget, about a third of it is going to go into debt service.
29%.
Yes. Last year, it was about a quarter. At this rate, in 2 years, we'll be in a situation where more than half of our budget will go into debt service.
Wow.
When you are approaching that level, it's not as, as Mane said here, it's not a question of we are approaching debt, distress. We are in it. They are just, this is just a matter of just technical terms where you have to cross a certain threshold. But all of the qualitative features that you have in a debt situation, we have it. But to make matters worse, all of the contributing factors to the situation we are in, this government is continuing it as we speak.
And worsening it.
Yeah. The misallocation, when you look at the budget, the misallocation in these sectors, spending, spending money in places where they are not needed, where they are not generating revenue, making sure that you are not increasing the tax base, but you are actually narrowing the tax base and being, punitively raising the tax revenue from a very small segment, because you are only focused on short-term things, making expenditures that are only politically convenient, but have no regards to development. If you look at our energy sector today, where the expansion of electricity and other things are taking place, it is not being sequenced correctly. So all of the factors that have brought us here, it's just not a matter of just, borrowing and spending money. It's where you are spending the money on. So this misallocation, the lack of prioritization, is what got us here. But if you look at this budget, you compare it with the previous budget, the same problems that you can talk about the previous 2, 3, 4 budget is the same problems that you have with the current budget. So basically, it's like everyone is aware we are running off the cliff, and instead of slowing down and reassessing what got us to this point, they are basically increasing the speed. So the economic situation is, we are in a crisis point right now. And it looks like the president and his ministers are living in an alternate reality, because he's going around the country claiming that things are fantastic. I don't know whether he doesn't understand or whether he refused to face reality.